got the joker and the thief in the night. All the people that you see in the night, all the dreams up into the light. The weather beats is searching for sign. We are not going home. Can you see the joker flying over?
Morning, Isaac.
Hey, morning, dude. What's up?
Oh, I'm recovering from our vacation.
From our vacation in Craig Beach, Ohio?
Our Lake Milton Craig Beach vacation where we caught a shark.
Definitely not the Outer Banks.
Definitely not the Outer Banks. Definitely Craig Beach, Lake Milton. Amazing place.
Right.
Crabs on the beach, and there was waves.
I'm still recovering from the stink driving to and from Craig Beach because the drive is just outrageous.
It was about 10 hours for you, wasn't it?
Right.
Traffic on 11. Traffic on 80 is terrible. So
yeah,
bad.
it's just insane these days.
All right. Well, we got a busy week this week. So right now we have our buddy Cheryl from the Jay Meatball Catone Foundation. She has an event on August 10th in Struthers.
We do a lot with these guys. We really do.
A ton. Absolutely. Yeah. A ton. I'm going to try and make it over to that event because that should be a fun time. And then tomorrow is a big night for us. At 8:30 p.m., we have two people coming on the show that were at the Trump event where he almost got assassinated, got freaking murdered. And they were there. It's going to be Gino Fabu, who's been on the show before, and then a new younger guy, 24 years old, Tom DeCesar, who's actually son of one of my good friends, Nick DeCesar, who passed away a couple years ago. He was an appraiser. So he's coming on. They're going to talk about that.
Gino's running for something. Can we not talk about
we're going to introduce him, and that's it. We're not going to talk about how Ditzler's
okay. Cool, because I'm not helping one politician or another because I hate politicians.
I hate Ditzler, so I want him gone. But anyways, that's
right. I know.
All right, let's go. Let's get Cheryl on. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are
Good
you
morning.
guys? Good morning.
Welcome. How are you this wonderful Monday morning?
On the upside of the ground. So
that's it. That's half the battle. So, well, we're doing quick podcast this morning to talk about your upcoming event.
Okay.
What do you got? So it's what do you got? Give us the elevator speech here.
Okay, so Meatball's Music Festival, August 10th. It's going to be at Struthers Baseball Complex. It's an all-day music festival. I think we ended up with about 9 bands. Wow. Got spenders. We're going to go 11 to 11. So you pop in whenever. Admission
the Struthers Baseball Complex, because I always get confused on where that is. The one off of Catherine Street. Is that what it is? Or?
Correct.
So you go down to Struthers from Poland and then take a hard right down there somewhere, right?
Correct. Okay. They've been very generous with us and donating their fields and letting us kind of do what we want. Because, I get these crazy ideas in my head and then go, okay, let's figure out how to do it. And people either jump on the bandwagon and go, okay, that's good. Let's do it. Or they're like, you're crazy. So we've been fortunate that they've accepted all of my crazy. And they've been very generous with us. So we will be down there.
Awesome.
So
is it going to be on the fields or where are you doing it at?
There's a pony field. The first field you come to is the Pony League field. Yeah. Stage is going to be there.
Awesome.
And so you bring your lawn, just like you would go to a Starlight or a Blossom. There's the field is you're going to lawn seat.
Okay.
You plop it wherever, you do your thing. There'll be dancing, there'll be fun, all of those things. So if you're coming to the event, bring a lawn chair.
What else you got down there? So vendors or anything like that? Food trucks?
So we do. We have Reese Food Company. So if you haven't had their pizza, try it. You won't be sorry. One hot cookie. We potentially have one other vendor, but they haven't truly committed.
Okay.
But potentially one more. And one hot cookie, and the Cut and Toast cigar truck will be there.
Awesome.
Nice.
Simon's Water and Construction is sponsoring our Budweiser beer tent. So
nice. Wait, my God, are you having beer at your event?
Yes, we are.
What, are you crazy? Are you
Again,
out of your mind?
Again, people accept my crazy or they don't. That's just it's just
Right,
how it
so
works.
wait, is Struthers revolting? Are the people crying in the streets because you're gonna have beer at an event?
No, not to my knowledge. I haven't heard any of that.
Wow. Okay,
Right.
that's really funny because if you have beer at an event in Poland, everybody's freaking ready to tar and feather you and
Well,
drag you through
I mean,
the
we
street.
did all of the paperwork, all of the legal stuff, and I know you guys did too.
We
But
we did that too. But yeah.
yeah, so we crossed all the T's, dotted all the I's, did it the right
How
way.
did
So
I guess I could understand how parents, did anybody give you any crap about using the baseball fields? Because I know you have baseball parents, you have the schools like, oh, they're going to destroy our baseball fields. Did you have
no,
that crap?
no, honestly, everybody's been so supportive.
That's
awesome.
because people from Struthers are cool, and people from and the 80-year-olds and 70-year-olds that rule Poland are lame. It's pretty simple.
I mean, once a wildcat, always a wildcat. So
Yeah, exactly.
just about who you are, I guess, or where you're from.
Screw these people. Isaac, let's go. I guarantee, because I've talked to the people that run the Struthers thing for. We played softball down there. They're
Right.
cool
Yeah.
people down there. I mean,
Yeah.
and it does not
Okay.
make sense. Actually, if I remember correctly, during the playoffs of our baseball game, I was in the little shed doing shots at one point. No, it was the winter. It was remember the winter.
Yes, we had a
years ago?
winter fundraising event that we did down there, and
Yeah.
or we played in, and we were
Correct.
doing shot the fireball in between the baseball games.
They're like, hey, you guys come in here. The next thing you know, I'm doing fireball shots
Yeah.
in the freaking
That's a bit of a belly buster. But hey, let's before we keep going here, let's just, for those watching that don't know Meatball, that don't know the organization, let's give quick background, Cheryl, of him, as well as why you started this organization, as well as where all these funds are going towards, so people understand.
Okay, so Meatball and I were together 15 years. He fell playing hockey and his back turned purple. I'm an oncology nurse by trade. And I said, not normal. Long story short, ended up in hospital, yada, yada, yada. Ended up with a cancer called plasma cell leukemia that 1 in 1 million people are diagnosed with in a year. To that, his answer to me was, see, babe, I always told you I was 1 in a million. If that gives you any insight into how he was. So really 18 days from the day he was diagnosed to the day, he lost that battle.
Wow.
So we have 2 children. We need to figure out how to maintain a normal life or whatever our new normal was. So we started a fundraiser called the Jay Meatball Catone Foundation. And what we do, we have 2 goals. We have a large goal, and that will be to build a multi-dimensional, multi-sports facility in Poland Township, because even though I'm a Wildcat, Meatball bled blue. He was a bulldog through and through. So Poland doesn't have anything like that. You can't take your kids anywhere in Poland just to do anything like that. So that was sort of the how the foundation was born. But in the meantime, that takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and we are always working towards that goal. So in the interim, we have this foundation and we have generous people who will show up, support, give back. So we take local families. They have to be local. They have to have kids probably in sports or somewhat do something of that nature. And we give back to local families affected by cancer. So somebody that's actively going through chemo or radiation, somebody that's actively, being diagnosed and whatnot. And then in the interim, because it's the bylaws say that, we do anything with youth sports, because was who Meatball was, all about kids, all about youth sports. We, that we've sponsored a couple of your things. We get back to golf outings. The PCBA is having their thing. We're doing a whole sponsor. So we try to give back, but everything stays local. And it's case by case. Somebody comes to us, says, hey, so-and-so has this. I bring it to the board. We vote on it. And that's sort of how it works.
And I'd be remiss here to not mention that you were actually, you had a cancer pop up too, right?
Yep.
Which is crazy. Crazy.
But it gives me more of a drive, gives my kids more,
Holy cow.
because they watched it, they've watched this. But I'm a survivor, so we're on the upside of those things.
Awesome. So yeah. So and how old are your kids?
Right now they're 12 and 8.
Freaking Gio. I'll tell you what, Gio's a good kid because I see him, like I've seen him around when you're not around, and he always says hi. Like he's a good kid. Now, granted, he likes me because he dunked me in a dunking booth a couple years ago, like
Correct.
25 times. But yeah, he's a good kid. He always says hello to me every time I see him. So you're doing a good
very
job.
Good to hear. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. So the event is August 10th, right?
Yeah.
Just one more time. August 10th. You have to buy tickets or anything, or
Okay, so yes, we are charging $10 admission. Kids 12 and under are free.
okay. Hey, there he is.
Hi, G.
Should you be at practice or something, Gio? What the heck?
It's summer. It's summer.
Yeah, it's summer. Go outside and play, Gio. Get off the computer.
He's actually working with my dad. He's giving, so we're all about giving back. So he's donating his time to help with the church. Last time I knew he was cleaning the statue. Is what he told me.
You better scrub that statue, Gio. You hear me,
It's
dude?
a nice statue.
That thing better be sparkling, Gio. Sparkling.
Christine, does Christine, does she help out a lot with your stuff?
Oh my God, she
she
embraces my crazy, and she's a planner, and I'm not. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants, so I drive her literally insane.
Yeah.
But she will. Okay, what do you need me to do? What are we doing with this? Where are we going with this?
Awesome.
And their foundation, they have a foundation, the Joyce and Lee R. Kennedy Foundation. They actually donated a grill and a cooler and some big ticket items, because we're gonna have a big ticket item and a 50-50. But they did some donations, and we sort of all give back to each other. But they always step up. They're always willing to help out, and they do a lot for the local community as well.
Would you say that you two are pretty close personally? Like maybe closer than a set of boobies?
I mean,
because at our
there they are.
I don't know if you can see that or not. At our adult Halloween party, these two ladies went as a set of boobies, and there's me standing in front of the set of boobies right there.
And I'm not gonna lie, they raised a lot of money because the boobs were walking around asking for dollar bills, and they did a lot of good. I mean, it's amazing how much money boobs can raise.
I forget what was that Halloween party for again, Luke? Do you remember?
That was for the room the fundraiser for the sensory room.
Sensory room.
Yes, the sensory room in Poland. And so we have teamed up and we have helped each other out multiple times, and we've been buddies that go way back. And I'm sure some people remember when
here. And we gotta mention the sponsors of this event too. So I have let me grab the.
Because none of any of these things, crazy or not, happens without those people that are willing to write a check for you. None 100%. Of this goes on unless those people step up.
So we got so here's the bands. Is that Tom? Tom's in a band? Tom Costarella's in a band?
So Tom and Meatball always coach baseball together, and he reached out and said, "Hey, I got this garage band." I said, "Fine, come on." So yes, he's gonna have a little garage band down there.
I want to go when Tom's playing now. I don't know. I need the time because I want to go, and I'm gonna go be number 1 fan for Tom.
We'll get you that.
Luke just disappeared. That's okay. He'll be back in a second.
Okay.
One of the sponsors that I see here. Let me get rid of this picture here. One of the sponsors that I see here under Corporate Rockstars, Kat Miller. How helpful was Mayor Kat in getting all this done?
So she's another one. Go way back, and she embraces my crazy, or she looks at me and she goes, "Absolutely not."
She does that with us too. She does that with us also.
And what's not on there is Mayor Kat is going to be a celebrity bartender with her crew. So this will go into your our mayor is going to bartend at the Simon's Water Budweiser beer tent from, I think she has, I want to say she's like 11 to 2 with her crew. So we do have some celebrity bartenders. Some of you will know, some of you won't. The first set of bartenders is going to be the Dana Donatelli group. You know anything about Lowville and the which their festival's coming up, so go support local.
Yep.
Her crew is going to take the early shift. Then I think it's Kat and her crew. There is 2 other ones, and then we have some mystery bartenders coming in. But we've got Brandy Harris and her crew, the Lowville Ladies Auxiliary, signed up to bartend.
I love that. That's
yeah. And in fact, we went down to Lowville yesterday to get some spaghetti dinners, and they had put an ad in their program for us. So
awesome.
I want to just say that none of this crazy or none of these events happen unless you have people that are willing to support you. Whether it's crazy, whether it's not, those people step up. Kat did she's done the liquor permit for us. She's bartending. They're donating their time, her and her husband, and everybody donates or steps up for a good cause.
Right.
Awesome.
And we then in turn, we don't forget those things. Right.
Yeah.
So,
the average person doesn't realize how much time goes into planning these events and organizing the events and getting people, reaching out to people saying, hey, do you want to help here? Do you want to help here? Do you want to donate money here? It takes a lot of time. And this is truly for a good cause, a good local cause. And we love it. This is why we do what we do. And we love supporting you. So
my board a lot of times thinks I'm crazy. And every year we sit down and we talk about what event we're going to have. And we did miss a year, but we're back. But I'm going to tell you, no funk, no justice. Patrick Kale has been a godsend because he knows he's done so much for us. He's gotten a lot of these bands to commit. And if you ever have seen No Funk No Justice, they put on a great show and they have donated all their time. And when I tell you I'm driving Patrick Kale crazy, the long short of it is if he's not crazy by the time we're done, he will be.
Awesome.
But those guys, like I can't express how blessed we are to have so many people that either knew Meatball and say anything for Meatball, or they get behind what we're doing and they write a check or they donate time. I've been very fortunate to have this great tribe of people. Awesome. And nothing that we do happens without everybody else.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I love your creativity too. I love the bartenders, celebrity bartenders. I love that it's on the baseball fields. It's just, I'm sure you get these ideas, like you said, they're crazy ideas, but you get these ideas in your head, and you're just lucky to have Mayor Kat and all these people in Struthers that are like, okay, this is a wild idea, and we maybe have never done anything like this before. But it's creative. It's going to raise some money, and we're going to ride with you. That's amazing.
And that's all we can ask for. At this point now, we just, everybody come down, have a good time, enjoy the music, like a concert in the park, and support a good cause. That's awesome. What we do here. So,
awesome. One more time before you go. So it is August 10th.
Yes.
Struthers Baseball Field. You can buy tickets there. You're going to have vendors. You're going to have bands, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yep.
And
a beer tent, a cigar truck, $10 per person, 12 and under is free. What else?
Correct.
Oh, there's beer, which makes it more fun.
There's beer.
Beer and cigars, baby. Beer and cigars.
50-50. Big ticket item. It's a grill cooler package. We've had lots of donations come in. There's some alcohol that people have donated sitting on my table here waiting.
I think there's a reason why we get along with Cheryl. You realize that, right?
We get along with her because she's crazy. She literally went as a boob.
You know why we get along with Cheryl.
Look at that smile. Look at the smile on my face. Can you see the smile on my face? Look how impressed I am by that costume.
To be fair, that's Chrissy's crazy. And then I sometimes have to go along with her crazy. So that was all Chrissy. I just happen to be, I think, the right boob, maybe. I don't know.
Right. It's just you guys I love the creativity. There are some people out there that are gonna be like, that is not okay. But
Right.
I think that's hilarious. Luke thinks that's hilarious. You think that's hilarious. That's my people. That's my
No
people.
doubt.
We fully understand that we will always be too much for some people, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know what we say? Screw them. That's
Yeah.
what we say. Screw them.
We know deep down what we do and how we give back and who we help. And if this is how we have to do it, then by God, this is how we have to do it.
So be it.
Exactly.
Well, I'm gonna try and run down there on the 10th I'll bring the boys down, hang out a little bit, and maybe possibly go. Maybe I'll go live from down there. Get some attention. Get some attention.
When is Louisville Festival too?
That's this week.
This week, the 17th through the 20th.
Oh goodness gracious!
I gotta go down there and get me a spaghetti bowl is what I need to do.
Yep.
Play some blackjack and
bring your chuck money,
dude. How about you're having booze? We want to have booze. Louisville has booze and gambling. Freaking
and
sinners.
you can walk around with it.
And you can walk around, and there's like cops everywhere watching you get hammered. I mean, freaking sinners.
I think the blackjack at the Louisville Festival, they do. You can if you play, you drink for free. So I think I drank too many beers last year, and they cut me off at the blackjack table.
Sounds about right.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
You got cut off on the blackjack table.
They're like, listen, man, you've had 5 beers. You've donated some money to blackjack, but we got to save some of the beer for other people. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm cool.
All right, Cheryl. Well, good luck at your event.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
We will always support you with whatever you guys do. You let us know what we need to do. So
we appreciate your support all the time.
Absolutely. Catherine Street. It's like a light down there. You got to turn right at a light, and then you go through like the little park area, and then it's there, right? And then no, not the little park.
So if you're coming up Wetmore Hill, you would just drive straight into the complex.
Yeah.
So if you're coming off, you would probably be coming off Struthers Road. You would turn right and go straight into the complex.
Yeah, there you go. So, all right. Well, you guys can find it. If not, message us. I'll show you on Google Maps where it is.
Or Nebo. Just look for Nebo.
Nebo. That's it. Nebo.
So,
Nebo. Tracy Randall just said Nebo.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, everybody have a good, Cheryl, good luck on your event. We'll be there, or I'll be there at least. I don't know about Isaac lives too far away.
I'll figure it out.
All right. So
I'll be down with your admission passes too. You're going to get a name band.
No, we'll pay. We are paying.
I love when I sign in and I see you guys wearing the baseball t-shirt. Warms my heart.
Yay.
Yep.
So all right. Well, we'll see you here in a week or two, okay? Or no, I guess it's more like a month, but we'll see you.
Less than a month.
All right, we'll see you. Good luck.
Bye.
She's so nice.
Cheryl's awesome. Cheryl and Christine are both awesome. And that's an awesome local organization, charity, and they're crazy just like us.
I love it.
Every single time they reach out to us, we're like, here, take our money, because
I love it.
That's why we do what we do, and that is really cool. Creative idea, freaking music festival on baseball fields. Hell yeah.
With booze?
Imagine, I can only imagine the baseball parents you're pissing off too by rooting baseball.
No, in Struthers, I don't think the baseball parents care.
Right.
I don't think they care. I don't think one Struthers parent would care, because they're not like polling people. That's the problem. You could, dude. Like, actually saying that, all I'm thinking about is you could never pull that off in Poland. Number one, never. You want to ruin our baseball fields? Number 2, they have Mayor Cat as a celebrity bartender. Mayor Tim would never do that in a million years. Nope. And he's one of our sponsors. Never do that in a million years. Nope. Now, you might be able to pull it off somewhere in the township, but the village, forget it. Forget it. The township, I have yet to really press the township. I bet, because that's like Eric and Garrow, and I think the trustees would be all on board for that. And you have a really cool. They have that park out there where the soccer fields are and where the cross country field.
you have the potential to do something really
If
cool.
they
out
had
there.
electricity out there, we could have our event out there with booze. I bet
They don't have electricity out there.
there's one 220 outlet, but if we were to do like the band and the blow up
You don't have
bounce
enough.
houses, you need power.
Yeah, you don't have enough.
That would
That's
be the
interesting.
like that field
But
out
I
there.
love-
Could you imagine?
Not
That'd be
enough
great.
people know about that out there, but that
No.
cross country, I used to walk out there all the time. I'm too far now.
Maybe
I
I'll
played-
go walk there today. Maybe I'll go do that today.
Yeah, it's like
So-
2.5 miles. You walk the course, do it twice.
Yep.
And you're fine.
Yep. So, all right. Well, Isaac, I will see you tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with the two people that were at the Trump event. I'm looking forward to that. I want to hear the story about them being there because I think
Let's do today before we do that, just before we get called Trumpers or liberal whatever people.
Well,
let's do today. Let's do the political spectrum test and see where we line up, and then we'll submit it today going into that and post it on the MLO Bro so that people can see.
Is there
I think I'm just left of center.
there is a political thing like that?
Yeah, you can take, and it'll tell you, are you more right or are you more left? I am just left of center.
What do you think I'll be?
Just right of center.
You think?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Can you I'd love
You
to
gotta
take
find it. But then so then we can say, no, we're not far left, we're not far right. So before you go,
They're gonna. Well, it all depends on what we say. We've been called liberal, whatever, and we've been called conservative. Like when we get into the freaking.
I critique both sides, but I think this time, like you can say whatever you want, but I think that people, the left in the news saying, "Hey, Trump is a threat to democracy. He's going to be a tyrant if he gets back in."
Oh,
I think saying that leads to assassination attempts.
That it leads to I need to do something to stop.
Yes, because when you're putting that tag on somebody,
100%.
crazy people are going to come out in droves from the left and the right and say, "This guy, if he's a threat to democracy, then he needs to die."
Yeah, a threat to democracy, a threat to the United States. What do you do with threats, Isaac? What do you do with threats? You eliminate.
You have Biden tweeting that out directly. I don't think they knew that it was going to cause that, but I'm not surprised that happened.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
So how about this? Maybe tomorrow we'll have that on, and then maybe Thursday you and I can talk about it. Talk about like the whole event and everything, because I'd like to get into that a little bit because I think the assassination attempt and the right and the left, and I mean everybody's at fault. I think both parties are at fault. I think the news media is at fault. I said I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner, to be honest with you.
There's such a divide, and there's like so many lies on both sides.
Yeah,
it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers, and everybody digs their feet into the sand. Nobody talks about anything. Nobody admits they're wrong. Nobody says it's wrong for me to do that. We need
because the problem is, Isaac, when you talk about it, when we talk about stuff, we get called names and get called out, and how dare you? I had one guy, because we're having Gino on tomorrow, right? Who is he's freaking going off the freaking rocker because he's like, how could you guys let him take advantage? I was like, he was at the event. Yeah. Oh, he's a bad person because he did that. And it's like, dude, and he's like, you guys are making this political. I was like, you're making it political by saying that. I was like, we didn't even mention anything.
What people don't realize is that that guy goes off, right? He goes off his rocker. He freaks out and says, you're doing this because of politics or whatever. What that guy doesn't realize is when Gino reached out to us, the first thing
I reached out to
Gino, hey, we're going to have Gino on. The first thing I say is, we are not giving that guy a platform to talk about his politics. That is the first thing we say. But that guy, somebody like the other guy who freaked out and comments that doesn't understand that we had that conversation. He's just losing his mind in a comment. I don't even pay attention to comments like that because it's like that guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
I reached out to Gino. Gino immediately said, I do not want to make this about being a candidate for Mahoney County Commissioner.
Right.
That was the first thing out of his mouth.
Right.
But that guy, I mean, again, it's just he has a problem with Gino, and that was it. It's like, whoa.
But we'll talk about that tomorrow. And I really do hope that Zell guy tunes in, or whoever it was. I forget who the comment was from. I hope he tunes in and he sees that we're not talking about that.
It's somebody like that. It's not going to matter. It's not.
It's going to be more. It's going to be more about what the atmosphere at the event was like.
Right.
who like what happened, where he was, what he saw.
Gunshots. What was it like? I heard that the phones. I heard they shut the cell phones off. It was one of the things I heard. They had a blocker as soon as it went off. They blocked all the cell phones so no one could make a phone call because they didn't want, if there were other people, they didn't want them communicating with one another.
Wow, that's
really
what I heard. Crazy that
yeah.
they can do that.
Yeah, so I'm sure they can do that. So, all right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go lift and run and get to work.
All right, guys.
All right, bye.
Have a good day, everybody. See you soon.